Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Wednesday, February 9th. So today we are moving into the Gemini moon energy. Yes, we just moved out of Tauran energy. We will be locking into Gemini energy at 5:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a very slow cosmic day here today. There are only 5 aspects taking place. 5 of them involve the moon, so it is going to be a heart chakra head space alignment kind of day. Of course, anytime that we move out of Tauran energy and move into Gemini energy, we lighten the mood. We're moving out of our heavy physical realms and moving into the head space. We're curious, we're asking questions, we're exposing ourselves to different perspectives. We really are trying to get our heart and our head in alignment. If you haven't listened to this week's ascension forecast, that's what this week is all about, is getting our heart and our head on the same page. Venus and Mercury have gone through the depths of hell with one another while they were retrograde. They're both direct now. They're both trying to piece together the memories, the realizations that they had while in the underworld. And now we're essentially passing the baton from Venus, who rules over Tauran energy, to Mercury, who rules over Gemini energy. Making this even more powerful of a day, Wednesdays are ruled over by Mercury, okay? So it is a time of high information, high communication, highly mentally stimulated, and of course, trying to get our heart and our head on the same page. But first, before we enter into Gemini energy, while the moon is still void, of course, in Tauran energy, the moon is going to bump into the true node, and this does have us reworking the past, reworking the knowledge, the information, in order to actually see a brand new path take place. I've been talking about this for a while. We have been essentially bombarded with new perspectives, new information coming in that will essentially not only change the game in which we reflect back on the past, but essentially affect our present moment with our heart and our head having to kind of rewrite itself and realign itself, that it has a direct impact on the plans and the actions in which we're about to take. So the moon conjunct the true node is about us rewriting the past so that we're comfortable to stand in this present moment, so that we can revise our plans to move into the future, coming up with solutions, getting rid of the problems. The moon, while still in Tauran energy, before switching into this Gemini energy, bumps into Venus, its ruler. And let me tell you, this is when we are at odds with our own heart space, with our own emotions, with what it is that we want, need, and desire, as far as stability goes, as far as love goes, as far as money goes. Venus, of course, the ruler over love and worth and value. She had a whole lot of realizations while she was retrograde, but every single time over the last couple of days that we've taken one step forward and stood up for ourselves and created something new, then we seem to slip back in this uncertain, questionable period where we feel bad for those boundaries, where we're questioning ourselves, speaking fear and doubts and insecurities into our plans. This is very much an illumination of that. Lucky for us, the moon then locks into Gemini energy, and the moon, the very first aspect that the moon in Gemini, now ruling over the mental plane, really having us question new things, really kind of open our minds up to new perspectives. What is the moon in Gemini doing? Bumping into Neptune in the most positive way. Now, Neptune rules over our dreams, over our creativity, over our healing abilities. And the moon bumping into Neptune in this way is really going to inspire us to make some magic in the visualizations that we now have to conjure up with this new information that is coming forth. This is a new connection. This is a blending of our higher self, our intuition, with our lower egoic intellect. This mercurial energy rules the lower level intellect. So we're able to take higher dreams, higher inspirations, higher ideas from the ethereal realms. We're able to bring them into our physical form and start making sense of them on how it is that we're actually going to bring them to life. The moon is going to bump into Mars, and let me tell you, this is a positive aspect, which is good, because if it was a negative one, we would be creating some drama for ourselves. But the moon bumping into Mars right now is going to have us taking one step forward, taking an action. We are acting out on our current emotional state, on our current mental realizations. We have a bravery, we have a boldness, we have a courage that we haven't had as of yet. We have a new passion, we have a new desire that we 100% want to pursue. Mars being in Capricorn energy, this is the creator energy. This is the manifestor energy. This is us standing so freaking solid in what it is that we want, need, and desire that we are not backing down. We will only stand in one spot for so long before we take one solid freaking step in the right direction in our path moving forward, and we will not back down. So the moon goes ahead after we act out on our feels, after we take a step forward, after we pursue our new passions and desire with a new courage and bravery. The moon goes ahead and bumps into Venus. Venus, of course, is making strides each and every single day to boss up, to be better, to make the changes in our physical realm that we know that we've come to realize in our inner realms that we have to do for ourselves to be happy, to be to have more meaning and purpose and value in our lives. So the moon being in Gemini, opening our minds up, right? Bumping into Venus in this way, you best believe that our heart and our head, we're in agreement right now. And it might not last for very long, but right now we are firm, we are solid, we know where we stand, we know what we want, we know the direction we're taking. We can thank Mars for that. We are very firm. We are also having some, flashbacks because again, Mercury and Venus, they had gone through the darkness. They've gone through a very intense acid trip, if you will, in the underworld while retrograde. And now they're saying, oh yeah, you remember that time when we had that very deep conversation and you were crying and I was crying and then we were laughing and then we understood where that pain and trauma came from. And we told ourselves that when we went direct, we were going to make this change so that we could break the chain of trauma in our family. That's just one indicator, or example, if you will. But this is the kind of conversation that's going on between our heart and our head right now. This is going to lead us to some very powerful epiphanies to not only stand firm in the boundaries in which we're creating, but to go ahead and enforce new boundaries that are going to really help us evolve in bringing some certain epiphanies that we had over the last couple of months into real, tangible, real life situations that are going to continue to honor our worth and honor our value as we evolve.